Statistically, only 6% of you are subscribed, so if you're part of the 94% that isn't, please consider subscribing today. Hey ho, SallyBC here, and today I'm doing a video on Transformers Studio Series Overload. Now, like the other Studio Series videos I've done recently, this is not the single release. This is part of the Devastator box set. Although I don't really think there's much different. There might be a little bit different with this, but apart from that, it's probably the exact same. So here is his vehicle mode. It's like a articulated dump truck, I think. Doesn't really look like one though. You know, they had to take some liberties to get it to work properly, you know, as an individual figure and a combining piece. But it does roll quite nicely, which is cool. This piece I'm just going to take off because it's basically just there for storage. It's a bit of a shame that these bits are poking out, and the back is a bit of a mess. See how it's kind of not sort of aligned, and there's a lot of kibble there. But for the most part, it's quite nice. Here it is next to Earthrise Optimus. As you can see, the scale is way, way off. This guy should be so much smaller than what it is, but hey, it's fine. Of course, here it is with the other two Studio Series figures I've reviewed. Scavenger and Mixmaster. These two scale quite nicely to each other, but this guy's way too big. So let's get on to transformation. This guy's transformation is quite interesting, actually. You want to start at the back and split it in two, moving them back like this. You're then going to want to turn them this way like this, and then just ratchet them like that. You want to come to the back here, detach this, like this, slide this across, and this will fold up. This peg will go into this tab here, and this peg will go into this tab at the top here. Just like that. There you go. I'm going to take these wheels and fold them out to the sides like this. Then you're going to take the legs and separate them apart like this. This entire section will move forward. This will fold up. It doesn't tab in super well, but it's fine. Then you come to these wheels and move them up like that. Take the feet, move them out, fold this up, and take this piece, fold it back. Same with this side. Move the wheel up, move the foot out, fold that up, fold that back. Then when it comes to, you're going to want to ratchet these back by one. Then when it comes to the arms, you're going to want to take these pieces and detach them, just like that. Move them down, fold them out, fold out the claw like that. Then you want to come to this, pull it out like this, and turn the claw around like this. Then this entire section is going to move up, and this bit here will fold down. Then you want to do that same thing to the other side. Just fold this piece down, fold this piece out, turn it around, lift it up, and fold up the bit at the back. And then finally, you're going to want to come to the back and just fold this piece out here. It can be a little tricky at sometimes. There we go. Fold out like that. And there is Overload in robot mode. And here is Overload in his robot mode. I really like this robot mode. Just the overall design of this is really cool. Personally, if I were to make an Overload figure, this isn't exactly what I would go for. He never showed up in the film in robot mode, so there's no necessarily canon robot mode, but the three concept arts were one with 2 legs and 4 arms, one with 4 legs and 4 arms, one with 2 legs, 2 arms, and a big claw on the back. I personally would combine the second and third one, where he has 4 legs, 4 arms, and a big claw on his back, You can see they definitely hinted to the claw with this spike on his back, but, you know, it's completely understandable why they didn't go for that, considering this guy also has to combine to become Devastator. But hey, let's have a look at this. The head sculpt on all of these Constructicons are really good, and this one's no exception. The painting seems to be a little bit off on some of them, like, is this bit here supposed to be a nose or an eye? And if this is an eye, are these supposed to be eyes? Who knows? But the articulation on this guy is pretty good. There's a ball joint at the head. Can move up and down, and every ball joint is a swivel, as Jobby would say. The legs can move forward that far and back that far. This wheel gets in the way a little bit, so if you move it out, it can move back further. And speaking of outward movement, it can move out that far unless you move this wheel out the way, and it can move out further. There is a knee bend, and this can also move, I guess, if you wanted it to. There is an ankle pivot, but no ankle swivel. It also kind of breaks the mold a little bit when you do that, but only doing it subtly looks fine. For the arms, there is a ratcheted swivel here. There's a ratchet here, and also here, but this one's more for the transformation. It's also a lot tighter because it's got to sustain the combine mode. There's a swivel here and 2 bends at the elbow here, and there is also a bend at the hand, I guess. There's a swivel here, it can move in and out. There is a bend here and a swivel here, along with 2 bends here at the hand, I guess. And if you pushed this in, then you can also get a bend here. And that's about it. There's no waist swivel because this has to unfold. Although I guess there is a waist swivel, kind of. No, there isn't. Yeah, there he is. Let's do some size comparison. Where is it? There it is. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus. You can see how they're pretty similar height-wise, at least at the head, but Overload's much wider. Next up is Mixmaster. Here he is next to Mixmaster. Again, I think they look really good together. I think all the Constructicons do look really, really nice next to one another. And of course, here is Scavenger as well. Just put him at the back. There he is at the back there. You can see how they're kind of similar heights. The head, not so much, but just the sheer height of them. You can see Scavenger's bigger, but Overload is also a bit wider. I always get mixed up with Overlord. They have such similar names that it's easy to, get them mixed up sometimes. Now, of course, there's that bit left off from the vehicle mode. This bit. It can be pegged into the back, right here. With this bit, just goes right in here. Just simply push it in there, and it just sits on the back like that. You know, it's all right storage. It's just an extra piece for Devastator. You know, a lot of Lego Devastators have extra bits, mainly for the face. So, I mean, they didn't have to necessarily incorporate it into this figure, but it's nice that they did. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for Overload. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. So I guess that's Salu BC out.